Hello.
Guys, wait for 5 minutes and then we'll start.
Sure.
Guys, just wait for 5 minutes, huh? I just said that. Wait for 5 minutes. We'll start at
Yeah,
eight.
sure.
No, not to you, mom. Some people are pinging up chat now, so you also ping in a chat. Yeah. I just mentioned this thing to you only. Right? Just wait for 8:35. People are joining, right? It's the first class. So we have to wait for at least 10 minutes for people to join first because
Sure, no problem. I haven't heard it, so
yeah.
thank you.
Hi guys. Okay, I think we can start now. Okay, first of all, guys, welcome you all to the session. Okay, Alakash, and I will be your instructor for this React session. So, what is our agenda for today's session? Today is mainly an introduction session. So, here I'm just gonna talk about the introduction. We'll talk about the setup. We'll talk about the requirement. We'll talk about the application. So, more or less, like today, I'll give all the introduction about the batch mainly. And if still some time left with us, then we can talk about the next part of it. Okay, so just around like 1 minute. Okay, so I think everyone have almost joined. Still, some people have not yet joined, and I can see some people audio is not yet connected. Okay. Just wait, guys. Some people audio is still not connected. We can wait for a minute. 1 more minute. Pura, sorry, I messaged to you. Sorry, I have sent to everyone.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I think people will be able to join now. Okay, cool. So let's start. So guys, I'm Akash. I'm basically based out of London. My complete background is in the full stack solution architect. I'm working as a freelancer And yeah, I'm gonna talk more about me during a session. I'll keep informing about me, who I am, what all things I do. If I talk about my experience in the industry, I have approximately 13 plus year of experience in the IT industry. It's been a more than 8 years I am doing this teaching, training basically. I'm not only teaching React, the best part here is, so I'm teaching React also, Angular, Vue, your Node.js, Python, machine learning, artificial intelligence. Apart from that, I'm not into Java because Java is not my favorite. So I have very a little idea about Java and .NET. So I'm into technologies which are right now demanding in a market. I'm into technology which are right now required in a market, not associated much with the old technologies, because as you know, the market has moved a lot right nowadays. Technologies have moved a lot, so we'll talk about those things also. But yes, so my expertise are in all these skills, not only working but providing a training also. Just with Edureka also, it's been more than 8 years I'm teaching in Edureka. Taught more than 10,000 students, might be more than that even. And apart from that, guys, if I talk more about me, then in other words, so I'm in the top 50 active GitHub users of India also. So my ranking is in a top 50 active GitHub users of India as well. So if I talk about the, oh, it's not yet loaded. So when I load today or tomorrow, I'll just show you then all the people rank. So just keep updating. In the most active GitHub users in India, I'm in a top 50. Means 23rd or 30 number like that. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down. So apart from that, guys, I have written multiple books. I have multiple tutorials on the various different websites. And yeah, if you want to know more about me, just type my name on Google. When you search my name on Google, the first page is almost about me only. And apart from that, guys, I have a very good GitHub repo in terms of, I'll say I have understanding in terms of a GitHub. So my repo looks good. I have a multiple different repositories for the different languages, whether it be a Python or a Golang or a Java or multiple other languages. So more or less, I can say one thing in terms of that. Yeah, experience wise, I have a good understanding. Plus, few more things to add here, guys. Apart from the trainer, I am a freelancer, as I mentioned. Apart from that, I'm the interview coach plus the interviewer also. Like I'm not sure you guys are aware of this thing now or not, but ultimately the trend in the market has also got changed in terms of the interview also. Earlier, how it goes is like, suppose you want to apply for the say HCL, or you're applying for the Tech Mahindra or Infosys, like that, right? How exactly it goes, like all the big companies, how exactly it goes is the Infosys person will take your first round of interview, right? But now the trend has absolutely changed. I'm not sure how many of people already face this thing, but what happened, guys, it went to freelancing. Like I'm a freelancer, I'm taking interviews for almost all these big companies, let's say Deloitte or Accenture, or the, I'll say your say Tech Mahindra, Infosys, or many more. So in other words, I'll say, guys, I have a team of around 8 people, because I'm not only the trainer, so I have my own team of 8 people, or approximately. So basically, what all these people do is they take the interviews for many companies. So if I just as an example, I'll show some of my old interviews in terms of say yeah, just like the see Global Logic or TCS or the Tech Mahindra or the Wipro, or means it's a fair chance. I'll just the Tech Mahindra, and then these are for Deloitte. So it's a fair chance when you apply for all these big companies. So so when you're going to apply for all these companies, so basically I'm the one who is going to take your interview, and basically I can help you out with how exactly a company process also work. Guys, allow me like a 1 minute, hold on.
Sure, Akash.
Okay, so nobody, you not lost the video. I just said that. Wait for a minute. Okay. Okay. Now, apart from that, guys, I was talking about yes, the trend has really changed. So yeah, this is all about me. As I mentioned that while during a course, you come to more about me, what all things are happening, what all things I'm doing. Don't worry. Just I can say one thing that you guys are in a very safe hand, and being in a safe hand, I'll try my best to deliver all the possible thing which I can deliver to you. Okay. So yeah, this is pretty much about me. So let's come to next thing. Okay, now basically if I talk about in terms of so this course content. So guys, here we have connected to start learning a React. Okay. So React is something guys that we have to actually learn. Now, before jumping into React now, we have to understand few things. We have to be aware of few things. Understand and aware means it's not like that. I'm not sure how many are aware of all other things which I'm going to talk about, or you have ever worked on or never worked on these things. But the point is like that I have to first of all make you in terms of that how exactly one application look like, okay, where exactly React fit and how exactly it goes. Okay, so I'll discuss about all those things here. But guys, before I'll jump into the course content, before I'll start talking about the content, I like to talk about first of all some ground rule of this session, right? Obviously, guys, we need to set some ground rules. We have to set some ground where basically you should understand that, because understand here you are not an individual person who's learning the course. So you have to understand one point here that you have a group of audience, right? When we have a group of audience, so obviously we have to be behave a little differently. Obviously, I know all of you are professional. I don't have to tell you that how to behave. I'm not talking about that part. I'm just setting some ground rules in the session that if everybody follow the ground rule, then this session is going to be a great session and you're going to love the classes that I can commit to you. Okay. So the very first ground rule of the session is, guys, that first of all, if we talk about here in this class, it's going to be kind of a live coding sessions. Okay. Because I have a habit. I'm not going to show any PPT to you. I'm going to talk about theory. I'll talk about what the things are. I'll talk about concept. We're writing in front of you only. But majorly, this course will focus on the practical implementation, because you are here to make a applications. You're able to do a practical implementation, not in something read the theory, or you have not paid for reading me the theory. Theory you can also read by yourself also, right? So the point here is that in terms of if I say that more or less that this is going to be a complete practical classes. Okay, when it's going to be a practical classes, so in that scenario, so I am going to write the code in front of you. Okay, I'm going to write a code in front of you. When I'm going to write a code in front of you, so the ground rule is that, guys, I request everyone, okay, not to do the parallel coding with me. Only one request, everyone not to do any parallel coding with me. Now, why I'm saying this thing, guys, understand. Right now we have 45 people, or it's approximately 50 to 60 people in this batch. If everybody start writing a code, guys, it becomes very difficult for me to help anyone. Suppose you're writing a code. Now you got stuck somewhere. Now, when you got stuck somewhere, your expectation is that I will solve your problem. I will solve your issue so that you can work next part. Now, why you got stuck in a problem? Because you are writing in your screen. I'm doing some coding at my screen and you miss how I fix that problem. Correct. So it's going to be a lot of chaos. But I know, guys. So basically a lot of you are very interested. Oh, I want to do a code right now. I'll tell you one thing, guys. How long this session will be? This session for only on weekend and only on the evening and only for 2 or 3 hours, 2 hours to 3 hours, right? 2.5 hours to 3 hours. Correct. So approximately, guys, if you just spare the 5 hours in a week, apart from 5 hours, whole day, Monday to Sunday, except 5 hours, whole time is yours, right? 24 hours every day is yours. I request everyone to do the practice after the class, because you get the recording also. I will give the code link also, where I'm pushing the code, writing a code, everything I'll provide you. So I request everyone not to do any parallel coding with me, only and only during this particular class. After class, you do the code. You come back tomorrow. I'll give proper time to you to ask a doubt. I can stay in the class long also. After a class also, I can stay with you. And I can stay with you. I can answer every single question of yours, whatever doubts you have. I have no problem in that case. Okay. So the point is very simple, guys. Only one request: not to do any parallel coding right now during this session. Try to write a code after the class. Come back, ask a doubt, whatever doubts you have. I am absolutely okay with that. Now, first ground rule, guys. Second ground rule is you guys are most welcome to take as many doubt you have. Okay. You guys are most welcome to take as many doubt as you have. I have no problem in that case. But the rule is that, guys, you have a doubt, just raise hand. If you go in your Zoom now, in the Zoom, you will see more. In the more, there's one thing called reaction. If it's your Zoom, in the Zoom, you'll see more. In the more, there's a reaction. In the reaction, there's an option called hand raise, or any other icon is fine for me. Thumbs up or clap icon, any icon is fine for me. Just raise hand and then wait for me to come back to you. Because, guys, understand, I'm teaching, suddenly you have some doubt in your mind, correct? Now you raise hand, you are asking me question. So ultimately, if I just stop in between, all other people will not able to understand what the topic is going on, correct? Because that's what I'm mentioning, guys. Here it's a group of people learning, not you as an individual learning. So you have to raise hand, wait for me to complete that concept or whatever I'm covering. Then after that, once that thing is done, then I will take your name, unmute yourself, and then talk. Okay, so this is a rule that everybody have to follow. Don't unmute directly yourself, guys. It's a request. Please don't unmute, just raise hand, and then I'll unmute you, and I ask, take your name also. Don't worry about that, guys. Suppose if you still have a lot of questions to ask, don't worry, guys. I'm not in a hurry to end the class anytime. Okay, so basically you guys will take your time. Okay, I can stay back in a class after a class also. I can stay back, and you want to talk to me regarding anything, I can answer every single question you have. So I have no problem in that case also. So that's the one thing. And apart from that, guys, one more thing which I want to talk about right now is the second ground rule, and the third ground rule is that, so during this course, okay, so basically, guys, your sessions is from 8:30 to 11:30. Now I know some people must be here who are very particular about, "Arey sir, you have ended the 10 minutes before, you ended a half an hour before." I'll tell you, guys, my way of teaching is little different. How it is different? I'm not that kind of trainer who just come and say tick tick tick, oh, this done, this done, this done. No, because as I mentioned, that it's been a long time in Edureka. I'm a head instructor here. So basically, point is like that, guys. My session will be around 2 hours, between 3 hours. It can be 2.5 hours. It can be 2 hours 10 minutes. It can be 2 hours 40 minutes. It can be 3 hours 10 minutes also. I'm not noting the time here. It's a humble request to everyone. Do not note down a time, or sorry, you ended the 10 minutes early or 30 minutes early. Guys, here I'm going to teach that much content that one can understand easily. Okay. And if we still, suppose you think like, sir, the syllabus is not yet complete. Don't worry about it, guys. The curriculum which I'm going to teach you, I am the one who have designed this curriculum. Whatever the PPTs you are checking, whatever the content you are checking, topics you are checking, I am the one who have designed that. But I can commit you one more thing. I am going to teach you more than this only. Whatever is in your curriculum now, because this curriculum which I'm going to use, I have designed this curriculum approximately 2 years back, 2 to 3 years back. Okay. Now the content has also changed a little bit more, guys. It is not just the same what was 2 years back, because the technology is very fastly growing, guys. Just understand one thing. It is just like that every day. Now I can commit you one thing, like you choose a 5 language. Okay. 5 new languages. And if you notice one thing, that in a 1 week, out of those 5 language, in one of them, something must be new there. 110% I can give in writing. You choose a 5 language of your choice for a top trending language. I can say Angular, React, Node, what else is trending? Golang, and one more you can choose, a Next.js. Okay. These 5 languages. I can commit you one thing, guys. In every week, something new is coming. Okay. Now I'll tell you the problem here is that, guys, so how anyone can be updated with that though? So your expectation is you have joined the course, you'll be perfect with it. I'll tell you one thing, guys. Whatever I'm going to teach, not me, anyone in the world these days will teach you, they can cover approximately 80 to 85% of the content. There is still a 50% scope for everyone, for you also, for me also, for every single person. There is approximately 15% scope, because things are changing so rapidly that ultimately we don't have that time, or we don't have anything that you cannot learn everything. Just remember one thing in the mind right now. You can do a lot of things, but you cannot do everything. That's very clear. Okay. So we will try to cover, and guys, remember one thing, you are not here to just understand the cram the topic. Here we have to understand the concept, because as I mentioned, that things will keep changing. When they change, how you'll manage it? You'll manage it by understanding a concept. If you're strong with the concept, you can do anything, whatever keep on changing. Okay. So in a simple word, if I say, guys, that we'll try to cover all the thing, but whatever I'm covering, not me, anyone in the world, whoever will cover anything for you, it's still the 85% of the actual language. 15% scope is there for you also and for me also. Don't need to worry about it. Focus on the concept, not on just marking a tick, tick, tick. Okay. So, and when we talk about in terms of class, every day, guys, we have to wait for at least 10 minutes initially to people to join, because when the people will join, ultimately, because sometimes the internet or a lot of things are there which we have to take care. So these are the few ground rule, guys. Try not to do any parallel coding. No need to check a timing here. If we need to add some more classes here, I can add at 2 or 3 or 4 more classes if the syllabus is not complete. But don't worry, that's my daily job. Okay. So it's my daily job to complete this content. So I know how much I'll cover every day that the course will complete. And guys, one important thing. In the last of this class, there's a one called in-class project. Okay. In that in-class project, when we talk about, so basically it's going to be in terms of whatever you are going to learn during this course. Okay. Whatever you are going to learn during this course will be evaluated. You have to make one application in the class itself. Means you will join the session. During a session, you have to write a code. Okay. You are facing any issue in making that application, I can help you out, but you have to do that code. And the final evaluation, your certificates and all the things, guys, that get issued will be issued on the basis of two things. The first thing, your project that you will create. Okay. We'll talk about more about this, guys. So that which we will evaluate, I have to evaluate. And second thing is your class performance. Okay. The class performance in terms of like basically how attentive you are in a class. Are you able to, when I ask a question, will you able to answer? Will you are able to get things done? So more or less like that, guys. So 15% of the marks I have to give basically to you guys at the last when a certificate got issued, and rest some 35% depend upon the in-class project, and 50% depend upon your final project. So this all gets sum up for the final certificate, that which certificate you will get. The assignments you have in the class, no need to worry much about them, because guys, possible like we made a general assignment. Now sometimes every trainer have their own way. Somebody teach some topic before and some topic after. For assignment, no need to worry about it. You can get enough time to complete those assignments. Okay. So for assignment, no need to worry about that at all. Only for the in-class project, your class attentiveness, how you are regularly joining or not joining. So all these things will be counted, guys. How you're performing in a class, basically that will be counted. Your in-class project will be counted, and a final project will be counted. So all this will sum up which certificate you're going to get after this. Okay. So this is a few things, guys, which I want to explain before starting. Now, I'll take it out also, don't worry. Now, the next thing which I want to pick up is, guys, right now here is about the content wise. What exactly we are covering in the React, what all thing we're making. Guys, in this React content, if we talk about, I'll walk you through the curriculum, say your LMS portal also. Okay. In the LMS portal, what all things are there. Now, if I talk about, first of all, guys, here the major thing we're focusing on making one end-to-end running application. Okay. Our major focus will be on creating one end-to-end running application with all the features. How this, so we are going to design this, guys, food delivery app. Okay. What all feature this app will be. So during this course, we'll keep on creating these applications. Okay. During this course, we are keep on creating these applications. This application will complete during the course itself. Not like that, okay, one day I'll give the code to you and I'm writing all the code. No, this is a long, in a complete course process, we are going to make this application here. Okay. So here it's going to be in terms of, we talk about first, in this application, the first thing is a login. Now in the login, basically, guys, you have an option to enter the email ID and the password. You suppose I enter a wrong email ID, it's a no user found, register first. Now suppose I enter the right email ID and the wrong password, it's an invalid password, like any real application, right? And when I give both the things correct, basically it let me log in. When it let me log in, you will see this page on the screen, right? The name is coming on the top. When I choose a Maharashtra, I get all the rest of Maharashtra. And when I choose Karnataka, I get all the rest of Karnataka. When I choose here lunch, I get all the items which are there in the lunch. Okay. And when I choose a Domino's pizza, it comes to a detail of that. You have proper detail, you have this tabs and all the detail of that particular restaurant. Then you see all the menu of this restaurant, and then you have an option to add item to cart. You can add all the item in the cart, whatever you want, add or remove. And when you proceed on the next page, guys, all the thing is pre-filled. Your name, your all the things. It developed at two phases. In a first phase, is developed without login logout. Okay. In the second phase, it developed with login logout and payment gateway. Now, when I click on checkout, guys, it will go to a real-time payment gateway, that is Paytm. So it's a real-time payment gateway, that is Paytm. Now on this Paytm, because this is a stage, it's not a production, it's a stage from Paytm. So here are option like I choose ICICI Bank. When I click on pay, so it will come back to my website showing me that my payment is successful and all the detail of the payment is there. You see, now everything is real, guys, not like anything is dummy. It's everything is real. Now check the date and a time. Okay, check the bank name, ICICI Bank, check the Domino's Pizza. So all the thing is real. So it's an absolutely real application. All this feature end to end is working right now. So this is a target to make this. Now there is a few things, guys, we have to understand in this. This is a full stack application. Okay, in a full stack application, because it's a real database connectivity, it's a real backend connectivity. So when we talk about this application, are we going to make the front end back end? Those who know what is front end, what is back end, it's good. Those who don't know, I'll tell you. Basically, guys, when I talk about this particular application, what we are covering, what we are not covering in this application. Guys, see, what is the prerequisite for this course? First of all, let's understand that part. I'll write down all those things also. So I'll do one thing. First of all, guys, like any other batch, I'll get one folder by this batch name also. This is December. In December, now there are a lot of things are there. So I'll get a batch in January. This one folder, guys, I'll show you the how exactly code will be. Just like I'm just writing it so that we can have a track of it. What I'm saying. Edu React morning. Okay. What text editor I'm using, guys, don't worry about it. Every single thing I'll talk about in detail with you. So don't need to worry about anything I'm talking about. Okay. You just have to sit, relax, aram se beto, just sit, relax, and just listen to me what I'm saying. Okay. If you listen to me, then I'll be able to help you out better way. And if you have doubt, then raise hand and wait for me to complete a topic. I'll come back and take it out. Okay. So guys, now when we talk about here, what is a prerequisite for this course? The basic. So now what is the prerequisite for this course? The prerequisite for this course is basically the expectation from you is that you are aware of HTML, CSS, and basic JavaScript. When the basic JavaScript, in that case, I'm talking about that you should know if else condition, whatever ES6 concept, I'll talk about that. If else condition, function, loop. If you're not aware of that thing, guys, I recommend today to go back and do this thing. Okay. So if else condition, function, loop, array, object, and variables. Guys, the basic expectation from you is you are aware of HTML, CSS, basic JavaScript. In a basic JavaScript, If I talk about your if else condition, functions, loop, object, and variable. If you think right now that I'm not aware of these things, right? If you're thinking, or if somebody told you that okay, you don't need anything, instructor will tell you everything, it's not like that. Okay. So these are basic prerequisites, because if you have this know this course, this is a React JS course, right? In the React JS course, if we start taking HTML, CSS, then my whole time will just go in that only, because React, a lot of things to teach in React itself. So I'm not saying that okay, today should be expert with that. If you think like no, you're not good with that, I recommend to go W3 school. On the W3 school, just start studying that, because you have 1 week, because this week is not going to be very extensive coding, okay, in React. Okay, so there's not an extensive React coding, so you have a time that this week spend some time on the HTML, CSS, and the basic JavaScript. Okay, these are the prerequisites for this course. Now, apart from that, guys, when I talk about this application, now this application is a full stack app. Okay, in a full stack app, basically, all the data, there's one word called API. I'm not sure how many of you know what is API, but I'll give a brief idea about it. When I give a brief idea, guys, as an example, I'll give you. You see right now here that you are getting this data like city name. Okay, and on selection of the city, you are getting a restaurant of that city. Correct? How you're getting all this stuff? So basically, if I talk about, here is this particular URL for that. Now this URL is a one that will give you this list of the city. You see Maharashtra, Delhi, Karnataka, Punjab. Now you see your application. Same Maharashtra, Delhi, Karnataka, Punjab. So you are getting this whole data basically with the help of this URL. Now, when we talk about any application, guys, let's understand. Every application that you create is basically, guys, developed of 4 major parts. Whatever application you see in the world, whatever. It can be Facebook, it can be Flipkart, it can be Amazon, it can be your whatever you think. XYZ, any web applications. Every application is, guys, basically made up of 4 major sections: front end, back end, database, and server. Okay, let's take example of this Book My Show. Okay, because everyone is using this. Guys, on this Book My Show, a lot of content. You see this images, you see this latest movie, you will see basically shows near you, and a lot of content you will see. Correct? Just to inform, all the thing that you see or all the thing that you interact with, as example here in our application also, all the things basically that you see, you click here, drop down happen, you click here, then logically this got loaded, you click here lunch, then first the loader is, so for as example, you click on a lunch, first the loader will come and the data is loading, you make this filters, make a filter work. So all the thing on the front end you're interacting with, you're clicking, you're displaying, you're making a form, you're validating a form, you're showing the error messages, all the thing that you interact will come under the front end. Then, guys, in a backend is all logical part. As example, I only want the list of restaurants. So all this logic is coming here. Now, how we know what's the password for the Nidhi? So basically, that's a logical part that is coming from the backend. And where all this data saved, the list of this data, this images, the users, wherever this whole data is saved is called as a database. Okay. Front end is a display part, back end is a logical part, database is storage, and fourth is server. Server is a place from where you make the application live. How you're able to use Book My Show? Because you have a URL of Book My Show. How you're able to use the Facebook? Because you have a URL of Facebook. So basically, guys, from where these URLs are generated, from where these URLs are running is basically refer as in terms of the. So in that term, we can say that is what refer as your server. Server is a place through which we make our application live. At the end of this course, I'll also teach you how to make the application live. I'm coming to course content also in a minute. So guys, why I'm explaining you all this thing. So this is called a person who is aware of front end also, back end also, database also, storage also. A person who can develop any application end to end. Suppose if I ask you to make a Flipkart, if you can make end to end Flipkart, you are a full stack developer. If a person asks you to make a Facebook, If you can make end to end Facebook, you are a full stack developer. And full stack developer is a highly required person in the market. Okay, just understand. Because the point is like that, guys, you recently see a lot of things like this way. People are getting laid off, right? Company is doing a cost cutting, correct? So now who is demanding still? Guys, if anyone is demanding in the market, is a full stack developer. Okay. Guys, just raise hand who all are a part of the master program. Just raise hand who all have joined this as a master program. Raise hand those who have joined this as a master program. Raise hand. Four, five, six, seven, eight. Okay. Look like 7 to 8 or 10 people have joined this as a master program. Okay, fine. Guys, those who join the master program, then anyways, you don't have to worry about it. The things are already covered for you. So as we talk about, guys, a full stack developer, a person like an all-rounder cricket team, all-rounder who can do batting, bowling, fielding, everything there. In a similar way, you have to be a full stack developer. A full stack developer is called as the ultimately the who know front end, back end, and database. Okay. Now, if I talk about one thing here, guys. So see, guys, I don't want to put a bad pictures, right? I don't want to be like only a person who is just telling a good thing, not bringing you the reality. My job is to tell the what is going in the market. My job is to make you aware about the reality, what is happening in the market, and what direction you guys should take. So point is like that, guys, in the market, yes, we have a lot of job for React. I'm not saying no to that. But still, I recommend to people that you have to be full stack, right? If you really want to have a good opportunities, you want to get a lot of good job, apart from React, you should be aware of one backend language. Guys, in a front end, like what all things are in a front end? In a front end that we have Angular, React, Vue, Backbone. In a backend, we have a Node.js, .NET, Python, Java, .NET, Erlang, Golang. In a database, you have MySQL, MongoDB, Oracle, Couchbase. So you should be aware of one thing in each section. Here now, in this course, we will focus on the front end, that is React. Now, it's not like the React can only work with Node. So it's not like that, guys, in terms of I'll say that you're only going with the React. Okay, now React can only work with a Node. No, I can choose a React in a backend. I can go with the Python. In a database, I can go with the Oracle. Absolutely perfect. In a front end, I can go with the React. In a backend, I can go .NET. And in the database, I can go MySQL. That's also perfect. In a front end, I choose Angular. In a backend, I choose a Node.js. In a database, I choose Oracle. That's also perfect. Or a front end, I choose a Node, say a React, and a backend Node and database MongoDB. That's also perfect. Any combination is perfect. In each section, one thing is required, guys. In each section, one thing required, and a person who know one thing in section, you're a full stack developer. Then life is sorted for you. No need to worry about it. Nobody can fire you because you are the highly required person, because you know all the section of application. Some or other place in a team will get fit. That's very clear. Okay. Now the other point to understand, guys, here is that as this course is on a React, now what exactly we are not covering in this course, that also we have to understand, right? So right now, guys, as I show this running application, okay, in this running application, so just 1 second, let me clear this drawing. Okay. So guys, basically when we talk about here in this course, we are not covering any backend. Okay. Any backend. Now, what in the backend? The backend means basically in the terms of all this logics. Okay. The backend means basically all this logics. So here in terms of that all the backend logic. Now, how you guys will get this backend, right? We're not covering any backend in this. No backend. In this no backend, guys, all the APIs that we have, okay, all the APIs that we have will be in the terms of, I'll say that I will provide you guys all the backend API will provide. Will not going to make this API. So all the backend APIs, guys, that we require now, I will going to provide you. All the design, CSS and all those things which you require, I'm gonna provide you. So all the backend API and all the CSS and HTML, I will provide you. So only thing is that, guys, here we'll focus on the React, how to consume those APIs, how to use those APIs, that we're going to learn in React. Because this React, in this, we're not going to learn how to make these APIs. We're going to learn how to consume these APIs. Now I'll come to one more thing, guys. What is a course content? Guys, 1 minute, hold on. Okay. Now, continuous practice of data structure is also required for not required, Shivam, not required. Okay. Now let's talk about the course content, guys. What exactly we are going to cover in this course? Okay. Here in this course, we'll talk about NPM, Node Package Manager. We'll also talk about the React. Okay. Here we are going to learn 3 applications in React. In this 3 applications, 2 will be smaller application. Okay, but they are the very important application. The 2 which are small application, they are the very important application. Because those are the major application, guys, that is ultimately going to be in the terms of the foundation for you. Okay, just understand that those are going to be foundation for you. That's basically we call the first 2 applications. Then the third application just showed you, know, guys, we are going to make this complete food delivery app. The third will be this complete food delivery app. Okay. Then after that, guys, we're going to talk about how to make a mock API, because for submitting, I have shown mock API. Then apart from that, we're going to talk about the GitHub. In the GitHub, guys, GitHub is a very, very, very important part for you. Very important. So basically, guys, for that GitHub, now I have to teach you 2 things: how to push pull the code, commit, make it live, and apart from that, how to make a GitHub profile should look something like this. Okay, how to make the GitHub profile should look something like this. We'll talk about that. So that's what I'm going to talk about, a GitHub. Then we'll talk about deployment. Now in the deployment, guys, basically this Heroku was earlier free. Now it's got paid. Okay, so we can remove this from our list because I've taken this from February. So basically the Heroku is no longer there. Now in deployment, guys, how to make application live, means your proper live URL of your application. Okay, so we're going to learn Netlify, AWS, Docker, Nginx. Now the point is like that, as I mentioned, guys, you're not covering any backend, either a graphical API, login logout API, or your Zomato API. Okay, we are not covering that. Apart, when I not cover, then how I'm going to give you? I'm going to give you the complete document like this way. I'll give you all the URLs of this that you can try at your side. Don't worry, the URLs are always up and running. You can choose applying anyone. But I say one thing, guys, here, if anyone is already aware of the React now, okay. If anyone is already aware of the React or any backend language like Java, Python, Ruby, .NET, if you are aware of any backend language, then in that case, I recommend you guys should create your own API. My recommendation is to you is that you guys should create your own APIs and use that rather than using my API. Why? Because you will learn with your own language also. Okay. So apart from that, guys, what we'll cover? We'll talk about basically hooks, React hooks. We will also talk about basically your React with GraphQL. Okay. Then we'll talk about high order component. We'll talk about basic React Native. We'll make application Redux also. We'll do the testing and we'll do the Saga as a walkthrough because Saga is gone out of market, but still I'll give walkthrough of the Saga also. How many applications going to develop in this course, guys? 3, 4, 5, 6, and approximately 7. 6 to 7 application from the beginning. Well, from a scratch means from level 0. We have no previous coding. Means I'm not going to copy paste any code and show you guys except this walkthrough. We have clearly mentioned here. The only thing we have already code ready made that we have just show you. But apart from that, guys, no other code I'm gonna copy paste and show you that. Okay, see guys, this is how the code is working. No, every single thing I will write basically in front of you and will make it completely up and running. Okay. So guys, this is basically a course curriculum. Now, what all thing you have to install, what all thing you have to set up. So we'll talk about that. But before that, what I want to do is I want to take one pause here. And now you guys raise hand and ask anything related to the content which I got. And apart from that, first of all, guys, if you have any journal question to ask, na, anything related to very journal, which is not related to this thing that I'm talking, we just discuss. You're most welcome, but take that question at the end of the class so that other people will not feel like they're wasting a time. Okay. So if any general question is specific to you, for that case, I recommend basically to take at the last, but any question that you have right now regarding what I just explained or the curriculum or the content, you are most welcome to go ahead. Raise hand, guys, if anyone is not clear with anything which I just discussed. Is it clear to everyone? Okay. Yes, Sasha. Yes, Sasha, go ahead. I'm going to talk. Sasha, your voice is not coming. Not sure. Sasha, your voice is not coming. Not sure. So with
Hi, Akash. So with this side, so I have one question. So you mentioned that React Saga we will cover just like walkthrough. Is there any alternative in the market currently
okay,
we are going to
that's
cover?
already gone out of market because React basically Saga is used with Redux.
Okay.
Redux has gone out of market. Nobody's using a Redux these days. Only those old applications in Redux is maintenance mode, but new developments are not happening in the Redux. We have hooks now.
Okay.
Redux is going out of market. If you think like your company is using, then only your company is using in terms of like as a old project. If new projects are coming, that's not using Redux these days.
I heard about that like
Sir, as I
React
mentioned, somebody,
Thunk is
or heard about
I
the
think it
what
is
I said that. So with I said that there are thousands of things to learn, buddy. You can learn 85%, right? There's Thunk also, Saga also, Promise also. There's so many things are there, but it's a never-ending story. There's list of you know how many when they call NPM. I'm gonna talk about this NPM in a minute. You know how many packages are there right now in the NPM only? There are approximately 21 lakh packages are there, by 22 lakh package. If we just talk about React only, just React, okay? In the React, we have 2,19,000 different options available. Do you understand the point? So
Okay.
there's so many things in a market, you cannot cover all, right? So, and these will keep coming. This is never ending process.
So if you're going to build a media level application, so what will be the tech stack you will prefer?
I'm good with anyone. I just said, nah, I need any one application, any one thing from each section. That's my requirement. All work same. I'll tell you, somebody say, "Oh, sir, React is working faster, Angular working faster. You write in this, you write in that. Everything is very dependent on your code structure. How good you are in doing a coding. Okay, it's just like that. If you know cooking, na, if I give 4 spices also, आपको 4 मसाले दूंगा ना, मुझसे बड़े सब्जी बना दोगे. If you know cooking, you can just make a good thing from a 4 things also. 4 spices also. But if you don't know cooking, you always keep complaining, no, that is better, I need this masala, I need that masala. It's just like that. You need one section. I'll tell you one thing. I have a same application built in React and same application I teach in Angular people. This application I teach in React also, and is exactly ditto same thing I teach in Angular also. Both work same. There's no preference. It depends on company to company what you want to pick, and these things will keep on changing. By so when you see in your company, every new application after 6 months will use a new tech stack.
Right.
So that's what those
Okay.
times are gone. Where a Java developer is a Java developer and working from past 10, 12 years Java only. Now you see the requirement of Java in our market. It already reduced a lot. Lot means lot. That's the point. I'll show that. I'll don't worry, show the surveys also to you. Everyone basically. I'm going next point that only. What is trending in our market? So the point is like there's no never-ending process of it. Just to answer a short question short. So there's thousands of things are there. 2 lakh packages are there, buddy. You cannot do all. So we will cover the things which is actually in a curriculum. Make sense?
Okay. Okay. Good. Thanks.
Neha. JavaScript and
Hi, Akash.
yes, sir. Neha.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. So, Akash, my question is like, are we going to cover React hooks also along with this course?
Yes, ma'am.
So we will going to follow function components rather than class components, right?
The class component, applying class component, also. Your task is to convert that class into hooks. Means this Zomato application from the class to hooks. But I'll teach first in the class, what are the hooks.
Okay, got it.
Sasha, I unmuted you again. I'm not sure you have some issue on your side, but you just fix your issue first.
Now,
Yeah.
now can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear now.
Great. I just want to know, what do you mean by mocking API?
Mock
And
API means
the
dummy
second-
APIs. Dummy APIs. You will see that. Don't worry. I'll show by creating it. Dummy API for submitting the data.
So that's the kind of like connecting the back end to the front end?
No, nothing. For a backend, I'll give this URLs. These are backend URLs. Mock, no, that's different thing. What I'm talking about, mocking API, different story, ma'am. This is a mock API, is a dummy API. I can write it dummy API. Different story. Don't worry about it. We'll go in detail of that. For connecting to backend, anyways, I'll give you this all the URL. These are URL that generate in a backend.
Okay. If I want to connect my application with the back end from the blockchain to the front end, so I can connect it just with the HTML and React and CSS? That's
No,
my
basically
question.
blockchain. So have you exposed the, you have to be in terms of that you have to expose the API.
So the API is the one who connects the back to the
Yes.
front.
Yes, you have to expose that basically your, I'll say
API.
APIs, and those APIs are the one that kind of front end.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, Hitesh.
Yeah, hi Akash. So are we going to write test cases for each and every component?
Not like that one. It's not like
Okay,
first of all, I do a lot of development first, na? Test case additional thing that we
right.
do, right? So first thing is
Right.
to
So
develop the code. That's the first focus.
yes. So we are going to explore enzyme and React testing library.
We'll do just an enzyme.
Just an enzyme.
Focus will
Okay.
be more on development, Hitesh, because testing is always additional stuff.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
First focus will
Thank
development. Once development over, then we'll go testing. Anyways, we're testing, but after that.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Next thing, guys. So basically, I think that's about the introduction. Now I'll come to the next story here. That is in terms of what all things we have to set up in our laptop, what all things we have to be prepared for our learning the React. As I already mentioned about in okay, so guys, one thing, you don't have to ping for every second, not able to hear, not able to hear, because I am just opening few things, I am just writing few things, I am just getting few things. So when you said I'm not able to hear, don't worry about it, buddy. When you're not able to hear, I'll come to that you're not able to hear me. Okay, because for every 1 minute, you don't have to ping me in the chat that not able to hear, not able to hear. You can hear me clearly, right? So I have no issue in the internet, I have no issue in the webinar, because I'm just opening few things, right? I'm just getting few things done. Okay, so for every second or every 1 minute, now when you don't hear me, doesn't mean that it's an audio problem or it's an internet problem. Okay, there's no internet problem, then no audio problem. Okay, so no need to worry about it. When it's a problem, I'll tell you, but I'm just few things that I'm opening, so you have to give me some time. It's not like that I'm just like a human like you only, right? Okay, so for every second, no need to mention in the chat. Okay, because now we have a screen where I can see if I'm not able to, you guys, when I'm not audible, I'll come to that. Okay, I'm not audible. Okay, fine. Now, okay, so next thing is, guys, what all thing we need to have in our laptop to start with this. Okay. Let's start with that. So prerequisite, that what are the prerequisites for this course? Now, fine. Now, what all thing, guys, we need to install in our laptop to start with the React? If you already have this thing, no need to do again. Okay, just to mention, if you already have this thing, no need to do this again. But if you don't have this thing, then you have to do it again. Okay, you have to do it now. Means that after a class, do that. The very first thing is, guys, we require one text editor. Okay, so what the text editor is, guys, text editor is the tool to write the code. Text editor is a tool to write the code. Now you use any text editor of your choice, that's fine. Basically, you use the Visual Studio. So what I am going to use in this course is a Visual Studio Code. Okay, the one which I am going to use in this course is basically the Visual Studio Code. Now, point is like that, guys, in a Visual Studio Code, why I'm preferring it? Because if you go in a market now, in the market also, guys, maximum people prefer to use the VS Code. So I'm also going to use a Visual Studio Code in this particular course. But if anyone is here, you feel like, okay, no, I want to use the Notepad++, or I want to use the Sublime Text, or I want to use the JetBrains or IntelliJ. Any text editor of your choice is absolutely fine. Any means any text editor. Okay. So you're good to use any text editor of your choice, guys. There's no such problem in that case. Just remember one thing, guys. I always say one thing. Text editor is never a constraint for a developer. If you know development, you can write in any text editor. Okay. As example, guys. So if you, in terms of, I'm a painter, right? If I have black paper and you say paint it, so I use a white pen to paint over it because I know painting. If you give a white paper, I'll use a black pen to paint it because I know painting. The point here is that if you know the code, then text editor is not a problem here. Use any text editor of your choice. It's absolutely perfect. But to make a symmetry, that if everybody should follow something, then my recommendation is to use a Visual Studio Code, but your choice, you won't use any other thing else, that's absolutely fine. Okay. If you won't use any other thing, then also it's fine. But I recommend use it because all the thing in this course, I'm going to use this. But if you are very stringent or very strict, no, I cannot use it, then your choice. Second thing, Node.js. Okay. And one more thing, guys, raise hand who all are using the office laptop. First of all, raise hand who all are using office laptops.
हाँ मैं अपने रूम में खटखटाता है
Okay. So basically, guys, those using office laptop, now just one thing to mention here, that there are few things which you guys will not able to do. I still recommend, if you have an option to use your own personal laptop, try that. If you're not having a laptop, then obviously nothing can happen, right? But there are few things like regarding a gate, some installations, like this dummy API, you're not able to make it there. And a few things regarding Git, you're not able to make it there. Okay, so few things will be there, guys, regarding that. Those things you will not able to get it done in your office laptops because of the constraints. So if you have a personal laptop, it's fine. If you don't have a personal laptop, then okay. But yes, I'm mentioning it beforehand. Yes, you might face a problem because of the office restrictions if you have anything in office. Okay, I'm not sure, I'm not guaranteed that, okay, no, everybody will face it. Might be possible, guys, you will not face it because you have all the admin permission laptop, then it's totally fine. But if you don't have admin permission, then obviously you might face this problem. Okay. Now, so second thing is, guys, Node.js. Okay. Node.js should be there in our laptop. Okay. Node.js should be there in our laptop. Now, in the Node.js, guys, if you have any version above 14 is fine. Okay. You simply go to the Node.js website, guys. All the links I'm giving you guys, all this content I'll provide you. No need to worry. No need to open anything right now. No need to take a photos. No need to copy paste it. I'll give you all these things. All this is yours only. I'm writing for you guys only. I don't require it, right? So basically, guys, Node.js should be there in the laptop. And any version above 14 is fine. The point come to mind is why we shouldn't need a Node.js. You need the Node.js basically, guys, to compile the code. Like guys, in a Java, you use basically your I'll say Apache or Tomcat to compile the code. Similarly, guys, in the .NET, you use a IIS for compile the code, to run the code like a server. For a JavaScript framework, whether it be the, I'll say React or Angular or a Vue or a Node or a Backbone or Ember, for anything you require the Node.js. So the whole code will compile over Node.js. But just to mention here, after the compilation, you want to run it over Python, you can do that. You want to enter Java, you can do that. I'll tell you how exactly those processes work. You can run over anything, any server, Tomcat server, Apache server, .NET server, or any XYZ server you want to run over it, you can do that. You can run React application any server, but at the time of development, Node.js is there. And there's a why so, because of the NPM. What is NPM? I'll talk about that. Third thing you require is a GitHub account, guys. GitHub is particularly very important for us. As example, as a developer, if you don't know GitHub, so it's not good. Okay. As example, if you don't know GitHub, it's not good. Now, basically, guys, if I talk about in terms of GitHub is very important. If you don't know GitHub, you should learn that. And anyways, I'm going to teach the GitHub. So GitHub is a medium to basically get the code sharing with the developers. Every developer must have the GitHub account. And how that benefited me, I'll talk about it someday. And a huge benefit of that, guys. So you have to go to github.com. Okay. You have to go to github.com and there's an option called sign up. So there's an option called sign up. Okay. You have to sign up with a normal, your email ID. It's fine. Okay. So basically, guys, first of all, you require in the terms of GitHub account. If you have a GitHub account, you can use that same. If you don't have a GitHub account, I recommend you to create one. Okay. Next thing you require is a Git bash, guys. Now, why we require Git bash? Because Git bash is basically required for the interaction with the GitHub. GitHub is a website, guys, where all the code is present. Git bash is a tool basically to interact with the GitHub. GitHub is a website basically to, I'll say, put the GitHub is a website, guys, where we can keep the code, and Git bash is a tool to interact with the GitHub. So you need to have a Git bash in a laptop. Next thing, you require a Postman. Why we require Postman? Because there's all the API URL which I'm going to provide you. Okay. You have to test that API. How exactly front-end developers work? Basically, the job of front-end developer is the back-end developer will provide them the APIs. Okay. Now to test those APIs, API running fine or not running fine, what responses are there, what parameter we have to pass, we need a Postman. You have to install the Postman also. So guys, first of all, VS Code you have to install, Node.js you have to install, Git bash you have to install, GitHub you have to, and the Postman you have to install. On the GitHub, you have to create the account. After creating the account on a GitHub, guys, you have to follow one repo. That is my repo. That is Akash Developer. You have to just open this URL. On this URL, you simply find the option to follow. So you are going to just, I'll say in terms of environment, follow. You have to follow that, and only during this particular course. Only during this particular course, just follow, because I'm going to share a lot of content from here. After the course over, no need to follow that. And guys, apart from that, your interview questions also will be there, and I'll provide you all the interview questions. A lot of things I'm going to provide you through GitHub. So only follow during this course. After that, you can unfollow. And how to make your GitHub repo look like this? Someday when we are bored with the React now, someday when we require something fresh. So that day I'm going to cover this. Okay. Fine. Next thing is, what else? Okay. You have to, okay, first of all, guys, any question till this point. Okay. We'll take a question till this point. With this, all the link, anyone have question, then raise hand. Anyone any question till this point, then raise hand. Yes, Shrilata.
Hi Akash, in GitHub I tried following, but there is I
Ma'am,
couldn't find follow option, but watch is the correct option, I think, right?
Try this thing na after the class. Don't worry, ma'am. I'll give you all these links.
Okay,
So
sure,
I'll give
sure.
all this link to you. It'll be easy for you to do after that.
Okay,
After
sure.
class,
Thank
you'll
you.
get all this thing. It'll be very easy for you to. That's just direct links I'm giving here.
Sure, thank you. Thank you so much.
Don't worry, guys. Try after the class. You will get all this link from me. Any other question, guys? Anyone till this point? With the softwares? Fine. Now I'll talk about these two more things. Then after that, I will we'll take a break. And then after a break, we connect again. Can you help to install to how to install step by step? Nothing, Pratibha. Simply download, click next. Any like how you install any other software, na? Simple like that. Download, click next. If not working, then I'll help you. Someone has unmute the mic, please mute. No, nobody have done that. Rahul. Angular or React, no, Rahul, no problem. In that case, the two Rahuls are there. Okay. Rahul Samantha, no problem. You can run both Angular and React in the same laptop. It's fine. Okay. They're not a software, understand. Angular and React is not a software that they get a problem to each other. They are applications, right? So this is not a problem in that case. Okay. Now let me cover two more things here, guys. Then we'll go for a break. After a break, we'll connect again. Next thing you need to do is you have to install this extension in your Chrome. I recommend, guys, everybody should use a browser as a Chrome browser. Okay. So you have to basically add this extension to your Chrome. You go to this link. What this Chrome extension will do, I'll tell you. You simply find an option called Add to Chrome. Okay. When you click on Add to Chrome, this extension will be added to Chrome. Now, what the benefit of this extension? I'll tell you guys. See, suppose an example. If I open my API URL link with extension, you will see the response of that in a very formatted way. And don't worry, guys, all these URLs are yours only. I'll give you these URLs, might be tomorrow or next class. So you see the data like this, correct? But if I open this URL without this extension, then the data will look like this way, not proper readable form. So with this extension, it's called JSON viewer. Okay, to make this JSON data formatted properly, you can use this JSON viewer as the extension. Then, guys, a few extension we need to add in our Visual Studio Code. How to add extension? You see this square box, click there and search the extension name. Suppose I want to install this tab 9. Simply click on this, search it. You'll find a name of that extension. Click here and install. You can directly install this extension. Now, what the benefit of these extensions? The first extension that I'm talking about is called your tab 9. It's an AI enabled tool that will give the intelligence in writing the code. When we say intelligence, means suppose, guys, I start writing some few piece of a code. No? Suppose I'm writing one line. So it recommend me what can be next word. Okay, like it's a recommendation system. It will recommend and help you to write a code faster. That's called tab 9. Second is called VS Code icons. As example, guys, if I create any HTML file, we write a.html, use this logo of HTML. If similarly, I'll say a.css, you will see a logo of CSS. So how this all logos are coming, there's an extension called VS Code icon. Then, guys, one thing called Git history and Git lens. As example, go to any other batch. If I go to any other batch folder, guys, what code I am doing, what code I'm writing, who have written this code, every information line by line you can find here. As example, I'm teaching this basically node class. In a node class, if I want to see when this topic is covered, I just bring a mouse here. Now it will start recommending me in a minute that who have written this code, when this code was written and written by whom. Even suppose I'm writing any code right now, I am facing any problem here. When I face a problem in that case, let it load. So when I start facing a problem in that case, I can even suppose this line of code is not working as example. So I can see that who have written this code. Okay. And basically with that, the benefit is that I can directly connect the developer and tell, okay, but your code is not working. Can you please help me out? Why you have written this code? What the reason of this code? So I can figure out every single thing. It's not yet loaded yet. I'll show you in a minute. Now you see now, 3 weeks ago. So I can see this line of a code written 3 weeks ago. By whom? By this developer, and that is on this time. Means each and every line of a code which I will write now, you can see any day who have written this code, when this code is written. So it also helps me keep a track also. Suppose I'm teaching you guys, right? Somebody tomorrow say, sir, you have not done this topic. I have even a date and a time of that topic when it's got covered. Okay. So that these two things will help you out. One is spell check. ESLint not required nowadays. Spell check. Spell check is that, guys, a developer writing a code. You write a code fast. Okay. When you write the code fast, basically what happens? You do a spelling mistakes. Now your code is not working, and that's not intentional. That's unintentional, and that's happened to me also. You will see me also writing some wrong spellings. Because we had a code, we're a coder, not a English as a declamation person who just know English. So ultimately, hereby, guys, with the help of spell check, if any spelling I write mistake, it highlight that's wrong spelling. With that, I can fix that spelling. So you have to add this extensions also in the VS Code. So this in a Chrome, this in a VS Code. So this is the first prerequisite, guys. After that, I'll talk about from how you will get this code. Then I'll talk about one more thing about what is called as NPM. Even before starting a React, we have to talk about the NPM. So, and then after that, we'll stop. Okay. But any question, anyone till this point? If not, then a timer for a break. And break means break, guys. You can sit, just stand from your place. If you're lying down, if you're sitting on a chair, stand from your place. Have a little walk. If you're done with a dinner, it's good. If not done with dinner, then have a dinner. Okay, take break as a break. Okay, not like you're just sitting and waiting for time to over. Okay, so yeah, fine. Anyone, any question, guys, to this point? Are we good? And guys, I mentioned to you in the beginning only, I'm very much okay to talk to you guys. If your general questions, stay, ask at the end. I'll talk to you, whatever topic you want to talk to with me. Okay. And apart from that, during this course, you guys are most welcome. And guys, one important thing, do not hesitate to take a doubt. And do not think that what other will think about you, or what they will think, you don't know this topic also, you don't know this thing also. Don't think like that. Just remember, guys, at the end of the day, when you go for a work in the office, none of the person in this group, none means none of them from this group, is going to come to your office to help you out. So if you're shy right now, if you don't ask a question right now, you are the only one who will in trouble, none of the person here. So don't shy and do not hesitate to ask a doubt. You're most welcome to take all the doubts. If somebody want to ask a doubt in Hindi, okay, that also an option. If you don't comfortable in English, you want to ask a doubt in Hindi, then note down your doubts. Okay, note down all your doubts. Okay, and just at the end, you can talk to me in Hindi also. Not right now in a class, but at the end also, I'm okay to that. Because we have people from multiple countries, guys. Okay, so speaking in Hindi is not comfortable for some people, right? Because they also come and say that, okay, now somebody from France, they say, okay, speak in French, because that's their native language, right? So it's not possible, but you have to talk in Hindi. You're most welcome, but at the end of the class, write down, note down question, a copy or pen, and then copy a copy pen and ask in the last. Okay, that's also possible. Yes, Vikas. Rahul, I'm running a timer, don't worry, man. Yes, Vikas, go ahead and then go for a break. Vikas, your voice is not coming. Vikas, your voice is not coming.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
No, I'm saying that for GraphQL, what all things we are going to cover on GraphQL? I was
Query and
like,
mutation.
sorry?
Query and mutation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What else is there GraphQL? What you expect?
I'm just thinking because the API is something that is getting used nowadays, right? But what is the real use case of using GraphQL, right?
When we cover the GraphQL topic, I'll explain that.
So that is what I'm asking. So we're going to cover that, right?
Yeah, we are covering GraphQL.
And you said Redux is not is getting used nowadays, right? So, but you are still going to cover that, right? So, what is the meaning that?
Sir, whatever is the content, whatever is mentioned in the curriculum, everything I'll cover. Okay, so whatever is given in this LMS, like this curriculum, like it's a web development with React, first topic. Second topic is component styling layout.
No,
Third is
sir.
basically
Sorry,
routing.
my,
Fourth is
sorry, my,
Redux. One
no,
minute. Just the
okay, go ahead.
Saga, and then hooks, and then basically your fetch with GraphQL, fetch data using GraphQL, then deployment and testing, then the native, and basically your building application native. So whatever is a part of the curriculum, this is anyways for sure we are covering, and apart from that, few more topics which I think I should cover. Now go ahead, Vikas.
I'm saying that if Redux is not getting used nowadays, what is the replacement, and are we going to cover that as well, or no?
Hooks,
We are not.
hooks,
Okay,
hooks.
okay. Thank you very much. That's what
Sorry.
my question was.
I'm not saying it's not getting used in the market totally. Understand what I'm trying to say. It is not used in a new project. People are avoiding the Redux now because obviously a market Redux is from a long in the market. In your company might be a project in React which is an old project, it's still using a Redux. It doesn't mean that somebody say no sir, we're using Redux. Yes, I'm saying that Redux is not like it's gone out of market. Nobody's using it. It's just like that. The new things are not coming in Redux as per my knowledge. That's the
Okay,
point.
thank you. Thank you.
It's not trending. That's the point. Purva. Sorry, you have to mute and again unmute.
I'm audible now?
Yes.
Okay, so Akash, is there any specific reason like why the Redux is not using and we are going to move to hooks?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
You yourself understand. It's
Okay.
too early to talk about that.
Okay, okay, sure. Thank
We
you.
don't know React also. Right? So it's not
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
It's not right.
Okay, okay.
We'll talk about those. Guys, topic by topic, I'll cover. So it's too early to talk about any topic right now in detail because we don't know about a lot of things right now. And there might be a lot of people who have not even know how the React work. That's what they're here to learn, right? So we'll come to topic by topic. Cool. So let me have a timer and we'll go for a break. After a break, we'll connect again. Okay, guys. So now, okay. Spell check extension. Yeah, you can just simply go. So the names are given in the data, right? The name which I'm giving you, is exactly same name. Just copy paste the name here, you will find it. Spell check. You see code spell check? Simply go and open it. I can even do one thing. I'll just copy this name. Okay. Fine. So next part. So guys, before the break, we have discussed about what all things we have to install, what are prerequisite, what all things we have to follow, all those setup, right? Now the next thing which I want to pick up right now is that how you guys will access this, all the links and code, right? So basically, guys, not for your batch, I'm doing anything special, just to inform, right? It's a common for every batch. Same pattern I follow for every batch. Now you will see here in terms of like October, November, December, January, April, February, March, August, like that. If you open any folder, you will see this year folder. You will see this files, folders, like one for Node, one for UI, one for intern. Then if I talk about the October, then React, UI, Node, Angular. So basically, for every batch, I create one folder. In a very similar pattern, I have created one folder by your batch name also there. That is your not this one, sorry. January React evening, not this one. Okay, sorry. Edu React, not evening, morning, sorry. Evening. So Edu React evening. This is a folder in which I'm gonna write all this course content. The whole course will be designed in right in this folder only. How you will access the folder, I'll come to that. But first of all, I'm going to show you how to open this folder in such a way that you guys can also write or access the code. For doing that, what you have to do is, first of all, you have to open the Visual Studio Code like this. So when you install the VS Code, now guys, when you open the Visual Studio Code first time, you will see some folder like this. See, you will see one folder like this. Screen will open. This is a Visual Studio Code screen. Okay. Now on this screen, you will find an option called Open. Open folder. When I click on this Open folder, now select the folder which I want to open. Guys, please listen carefully. Don't do it right now. Bhai, whoever is doing right now, please request, don't do it right now, because the attentive meter will go down for you. Just to inform, when you start doing something on a screen, it shows me that you're not in the current screen. Please don't do that. I don't take a name here. It looked bad actually. Please, is a humble request. I mentioned only 5 hours. In a whole week, 5 hours you have to give. Recording, content, everything is with you. If you just concentrate here for 5 hours, in a whole week, only 5 hours, then you're able to understand it better. Please don't do it right now. I really don't want to take anyone's name here. It's look bad, huh? So please don't do it. Yes, Pandya.
Yeah, I'm not able to see your screen. I don't know, is the problem only to me or everyone?
Yes, it's only a problem to you, buddy.
Oh, okay, I will disconnect and join again. Thanks.
So please don't do it right now, please, guys. Okay, just listen to me carefully what I'm saying. So when I open the Visual Studio Code like this, okay, I click on this open. When I click on the open, I'll go to the folder which I want to open. So my folder name is basically your Edu React evening. When I click on that, now this complete folder will open, guys, because this is important to understand, because a lot of people face the problem. They say, sir, my code is not loading, my folder is not loading. So you have to open the folder. You will see all the files here. Now, you have a 2 option here. You can create the new file, okay, or you can get a new folder like this. How? You click on this button, this icon you see, to click to create a new file. I'll say a.html. If you want to create a folder, then you will see this one. This is for a folder. This is to create folder. This is to create file. This to create a folder and this to create file. Okay. So next thing. Now guys, I'm going to make one GitHub repository. First of all guys, repository means folder. Like in the desktop, you get one folder. In a GitHub, we call it as repository, but no need to worry guys, how I push the code to Git, how we access the code from Git, what all things are on a Git. No need to worry about it. I will talk about GitHub in detail. Obviously guys, understand, in a one single day, I can make a React developer. If it's possible to make a React developer in a one single day, then this course is not for 5 weeks, right? It needs some time. So I'll teach you everything step by step. But what I'm doing right now is I will create a new repository. Repository means folder. You can ignore that, how to create it, how to push a code. I'll talk about that. Okay. So here, guys, I create one repo by the name, say, edu React evening 2023. Because obviously, a course is going to end in 23. So we'll say it 2023. Now, I'm going to share one link with you. Over that link, at the end of the class, all the code will be available. You can download the code if you want. If anybody know GitHub, you can clone the code, also your choice. Okay. So I'll create one repository. Repository, guys, mean like in a local, you create a folder. Na? In the Git, we call it a repository. Okay. So this is a repo link. Okay. And I'll share this repository link with all of you. So this is a repository link, guys, which I'm given to you. Here, I'm going to put all the code, how to access this code, how to use this code. Don't worry about it. I'll talk about, but the link which I've given to you, please bookmark that link, because that link, I cannot keep it anywhere. I have to give you this link through chat only. You can open this link right now and just bookmark it. Okay. For a future, bookmark it. Because guys, what happen if you don't do it right now, then every day now you will keep struggling for a code, and every day you might in every class you ask me, sir, where is the code? Sir, where is the code? So code is at one place, that is this. All the code will be available at only one place, that is this location you have given you. Okay, you just bookmark this link after opening it. Okay, how to access it, how to get a code. Anyways, when I push the code, I'll explain that also. But this is a place in a whole course, the code will be given to you by this. Okay, fine. So all our setup is done. Just click on that link, or if not, then copy and paste that link, ma'am. Pratibha, just copy and paste this link in a browser. It will open. Okay, next thing. I've shared it to everyone. Mr. Manager, if you open it correctly, it will open. Because Pratibha, ma'am, select this, right click, you find an option called copy. Ma'am, these are basic things. Pratibha, select the link, right click, you find an option called copy. Or Control C to copy. Select that link, Control C to copy. It'll open. It'll open for everyone, guys. There's no such problem in that case, because this is the simple link. And guys, don't get panicked. Okay, if something is not working, don't get panicked. I said now, after a class, I can stay with you and I can help you out if something is happening wrong at your side. Okay, so don't get panic in the class. Okay, fine. Now, next thing which I'm going to do is I'll make a new folder here called learn package. Today, guys, we're covering a topic that's called NPM. Guys, after every topic, now I'll do one thing. I'll put a line like this. Okay. This line will indicate to you that the content above this line is already covered and the content below this line is pending. Okay. So content above this line is covered and content below this line is pending. Okay. So this line will indicate this thing to us. Why, guys, all these things? The major point here to have all this thing is very simple. That is, we want that ultimately everyone should be in a same mode. Everybody should know that what exactly if I talk about in terms of content going in a class, if you miss the class also, still not a problem. Okay, still not a problem. You can go back, check it, watch it, and come to next class and get it done. So let's talk about one journal topic called NPM, Node Package Manager. Guys, NPM stand for Node Package Manager. What is that? The topic which I'm covering right now about the NPM is a very general topic. General in terms of for any JavaScript framework you will go, whether it be a React. So when I say JavaScript frameworks, what I mean, I'll not take name every time. I'm just telling you right now. If I say JavaScript framework, guys, I mean to say I'm talking about React, I'm talking about Angular, Vue, Backbone, Knockout, Ember, Meteor, Next.js. Guys, there are around more than 200 JavaScript framework in a market. You know one thing, just in JavaScript, the 200 framework, you might be know of two name, React and Angular, right? But when you start exploring say your in the IT world, some people use a Happy.js, some people use a Koa.js, some people use a Next.js, some people use the Meteor, or some people use the Backbone or Knockout or Ember or Electron. There's so many JS are there. So many JS means I'm playing the 200 plus JavaScript framework. Everything works same. So if somebody says, what's the difference? Okay, I'll give you a simple example, guys. In the market, there are so many cars are there. So many cars. If we take Indian brands, Maruti, Hyundai, Honda, then your apart from that, MG Hector or a Kia Seltos or a Tata, so many car brands are there. If I talk about what's the difference in all of them, guys, at the end of the day, everything is a car. At the end of the day, everything will run fast, right? If I buy a car of a same engine size, say, suppose I get a car with a 2000cc engine, everybody can run fast. Might be some take a few seconds extra, some take few seconds less, some have some additional feature, some have that feature. So some have a sunroof, some have automatic, some have the moon roof, some have the screen shades. But at the end of the day, all are cars. At the end of the day, all are used for commute. At the end of the day, all have the four wheels and basically the engine and the steering and the brake and a gear. So the point to understand is, guys, all are basically your cars, right? But there's so many brands available there. In a similar fashion, guys, in the IT world also, there's so many languages, so many things are available. Everybody do the same job, everybody. Okay. But the point is like that, guys, when everybody do the same job, so more or less you can say that you just have to learn one in a best possible manner and rest all you can work on. I can tell one thing, guys, if you are good in React, and I'll make you good in React during this course, guys, anybody can work in Angular out of this batch. From this batch, anybody can work on Angular also, because when I teach a React, I'm going to cover all the things there. Okay. Now, so the NPM Node Package Manager, what is that? It do two things for us. There is one registry called NPM registry. What is this registry? Guys, this registry is a one that have the dependent libraries or additional feature libraries. What it mean? As an example, a very simple example I'll give you. Take an example that, guys, I have to make a food. Okay. For that food, I need a tomato puree, that tomato sauce or tomato puree that you need for a food, correct? Now I have a two option. One option, I go to market and buy the tomato puree from market. Second option is that I will make my own tomato puree. because my food is already complex. I have to do a lot of things in my food. Now I have two options: get ready-made tomato puree or get a puree from market. What will prefer? Maximum people prefer to get a puree from a market, because when they have at least a puree from a market, now they can concentrate more on their food. Likewise, guys, let's give a live example here. One live example is that, guys, see this application. In this application, this feature, you see this feature? There are tabs. You see, there are two tabs. Just as one very simple example which you can visualize right now. These tabs are there. Now, it is possible that I read a CSS, HTML, JavaScript, logics to make this tab. I can write a logics to make these tabs. But on the other side, guys, if I talk about, I'll go to this NPM, I search here React tabs. Now I find a ready-made package. You can say package, library, dependency, ready-made thing. They simply say you can make this tab like this. How? They say install this. How to install? We'll talk about it. Don't worry. Install this and just add these 2 lines and your code is ready to use. Means it's already pre-built thing for us, and we can save a lot of time in doing unnecessary stuff with already pre-built, and I can start using, I can focus more on my application. So in other word, I am talking about, guys, here is that the same way we have lot of package. I mentioned here now. See, as I mentioned here, guys, in the NPM right now, we have 22 lakh to 22,201 package, correct? We'll do one thing. We'll copy this number today, guys. Okay. We'll copy this number. I can guarantee you tomorrow, when we come back to this on the same day or same time tomorrow, you will see this number got increased. Minimum to minimum, it will be 300. Minimum talking about at least 100 more. But in a reality, if I talk about, it will be more than 300, 400 will be there. But we'll count. Let's take a very realistic number, 100. Guys, tomorrow when we come, it will be 2300, not 2200 for sure. Now understand, in a one single day, 100 new package are coming. Can you imagine now? In a one single day, 100 new packages are coming. Now you imagine the graph or a growth or the dynamic thing happening in a market. 100 new package every day is coming, guys. As I mentioned, you cannot cover all. You don't have to worry about it. Guys, anybody can make a package. As example, guys, I have my own packages. As example, I'll say. I have my own package, guys. Okay. Here, guys, basically, the 4 package I have right now. I'm not maintaining this package. But if I open this package, see. If you see here, guys, today only 5 people download my package. Someday 4 people download my package. Someday, guys, 59 people download package. So it's just like that. Is every day is not exact number that how many people are using my package. You get a point? Because I'm not maintaining it. So the point is like that, guys, not compulsory that everybody should going to use your package. So there's so many packages are there, depending upon the requirement, people will use the package, and might be possible they'll not use the package, right? And now how we'll decide what package to use, what not package to. Now this is the biggest problem. I'll tell you one thing, guys, it's not like that in a node we have such thing like that. In every language, in a node, this is called NPM, but this is the biggest one I'm talking about and the most dynamic one. In the Python, we have one thing called pip. So PYPI. So we call it PYPI. This is a registry which are package. Now you see, guys, how old Python is, right? Python is a very old language. Now see the number of packages they have. They have 4 lakh package. So in terms of, we talk about a project wise, they have around 40 to 1, 100,000 lakh. 4 lakh package are there. Correct. And now understand, guys, how old React is. It still have a 4 lakh package. Now, Node is not that old. Node is there in the market from around 2010, around 13, 14 years. In 13, 14 years, they have 22 lakh versus 4 lakh in Python. Now, you see which one is growing faster. And I'm not saying, okay, I'm saying this thing is, I have a proofs of all these things. There is a website called Stack Overflow. If you're a developer, you must be using this website, guys. If you are going to be a developer, you have to use this website. It's very common. Every year they do one survey. I'm talking about survey of 2 years. Or the latest one, say 2022. 70,000 professional developers. What they talk about developer role? What is a top trending role? Their top trending role is, again, see, full stack, front end, back end. Their top trending role. Now people think the market for machine learning, data science is very high in demand. Guys, the reality is something different. I'm talking about now. We think it's demanding, but the reality is different, guys, in the market. So data science, machine learning is only 5%. Can you imagine now? Which everybody feels is a highly demanding in the market. It will change the market. It will take over the market. Jobs will be gone. Everything will change. Notice, guys, it's only 5% in the market. Whereas full stack, front end, back end is in the top in a chart. Now, if we talk about, guys, in terms of technology also, we again think, Python is so required, Java is also required. Without C++, I cannot proceed. The reality is again different. Is JavaScript, HTML, CSS not top. Python 4th number, Java 6th number, C++ your 7th or 8th number, and then just like that. You can anytime check this. Just simply search on Google Stack Overflow survey. You'll find everything. What is demanding, what is not demanding, what is trending, what is not trending. Okay. So the point here in terms of, if I say that all these things in the market, guys. So here NPM is a registry which have all these packages that we can. Now, how you decide, guys, which package you use for what? There's no such thing like that. There's no such thing like that, guys. Which package to use where? Okay. And the reason for that is, if I talk about that, because as I mentioned, guys, every day new package are coming. So there's no place where they're maintaining this what package of order. And there's a problem with everywhere. This problem is not only with the, I'll say, your say NPM is a Python, Java have a jars, .NET have a DLLs. Everyone have a same problem. That is ultimately they don't have the listing where. Basically, there's no listing there that ultimately tell me that what package to use for what purpose. But how you know, guys? Anyways, I'm here to teach you React, right? I'll try to cover all the important packages that are required for React. Apart from that, if you need something else or something else you have to work on, then you have to search it. How you'll search it? You have to search on Google what package to use for what purpose, then able to understand it. But then no such listing is there, guys, from where you can search. Okay, you have to do an experiment for that. Now, on the other side, guys, if I talk about next thing, when we talk about NPM, here we have to talk about one thing called as package.json. Guys, this is the most important file in your application. Now, the package.json stand is a, guys, what it do? It's an entry point to your app. Entry point to application. It contains all the packages required for it contains the script. It contains script to start build the application, and it contains metadata. Metadata. Now, the metadata, that means to say name, version, description, all these in application. So in other words, I can say, guys, the package.json is the most important file and the entry point to the application. In every JavaScript framework, you must have package.json. So you must have package.json for sure. Okay. Now, one more thing, a lot of things, but obviously the next step, we will talk about in terms of JSON. What is a JSON, guys? JSON stand for JavaScript Object Notation. JavaScript Object Notation. So basically, guys, what is in language? Is it any data type? It's any basically I'll say framework? No. It's a way to represent the data. It's a way to represent data, guys. Everywhere nowadays, for every application, the standard or a structure of a data we use is a JSON. JSON is a structure of a data or the style of writing that data. So it's just like this. We have an angular bracket in this. It's a key value here. We have a key, like name is a key and the Kanika is a value. And city is a key, Paris is a value. Similarly, we have a next record here. Amit is a key and Delhi is a value. So it's basically, guys, that two records are there, right? This is called object in JavaScript. The square bracket represents the array. It's an array of object. It's a key value pair. We have one key, one value, one key, one value. Here key is name, value is there. Key is this, value is this. So, and you see now, guys, what the APIs I'm showing you is also same. The APIs I'm showing you is also showing me data in the same format. Next step will be how to generate this file and how to install any package. I'm coming to the next point, but till this point, go ahead with your questions. Yes, Sasha, go ahead.
Can you please make the
Your voice is not very clear. Sorry, come again, please.
Can you please make the mic closer to
Ma'am, your voice is breaking. The headphone you're using now is creating a disturbance, actually. Like a humming sound coming.
I'm gonna write it for you.
Sorry, not able to understand what you're saying. Let's try without headphones or try with headphones, which is not you're doing right now. Okay, anyone else, guys? Any other question? In the meanwhile, she's fixing. Any other question, anyone? To this point? Okay, I know it's a first day. I'll not load you with a lot of things. Okay, I'll cover 2 more things and then we'll stop, because obviously sitting for 3 hours continuously on a very first day is not a good job. So don't worry, guys. I'll give you enough time. And I mentioned, guys, in my batch, you don't have to worry about number of classes, number of days, number of hours. Okay, don't think like, okay, sir, now you have wasted my 30 minutes, so I have paid for 30 minutes. But you don't worry about it. You have paid for the React. I'll teach you React. Okay, don't to worry much about it. Don't worry about those things, guys. Those all things I'm here to take care. Okay, that's my responsibility to teach you React, right? You don't have to worry about it. Fine. Now, Sajay, you want to try again? I'm not sure.
Can you hear me now better?
Can you ping me in chat? When you see the recording, then you see what's happening with the voice.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's fine. It's perfect.
Okay, great. I cannot hear you sometimes. It looks like there is some air in front of the mic, or the mic is far from your mouth. So that's all the thing that I'm asking.
I'll tell you, I'm not using any mic, right? The time I started the class, so since then till now, I have not changed any setup.
Okay.
Yeah, it's same setup because I'm not using any mic, any headphones. It's my laptop only.
Okay, I have a question. What's the difference between the package.json and the package lock.json?
I'll create this file and then I'll explain. Don't worry. No need to rush.
Thank you.
I'll explain everything. When I come to this file, I'll explain you that. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah. Guys, don't need to rush. I'll cover every single thing, right? And I'll explain everything to you. Don't worry. Okay, no more questions. So let's get started. Next step is that, guys, I like to talk about how to generate this package.json. So step to generate package.json. Okay. First step. The mandatory thing is, guys, Node.js must be installed in your laptop. Very first thing. Node.js must be installed in your laptop. Second step. Go inside the folder using command prompt /terminal. Guys, those who are using a Mac, for you it's terminal. Those who are using the basically Windows, you have a command prompt. How do that? I'll show you. You have to open the command. Please don't try it now. First listen and try after the class. Not working, show me tomorrow. I'll help you out. Open the command prompt like this, guys. First of all, there's one terminal available here also, guys. I'll tell you. There's one terminal available here also in this. And I have seen people have a habit of using this one. Don't do that. Why? You already have a very small laptop these days. Plus, now you open terminal also. You have only this much screen left to write a code. Even though make it small also. You have very less screen to write the code. I don't recommend. And you're never able to debug. You're never able to get an error. I never recommend to use this terminal. If you really want to do it, again, nobody can stop you, right? But I don't recommend this terminal. I always recommend do it separate. You can see it error very clearly. You can read the content very clearly. Now, to go in a folder with CD, CD means change directory. It's a CD desktop API. So desktop API, in the API, I'll go inside the January. And basically January React evening. Edu React evening. So here ultimately we go in this folder. Now CD learn package. Okay. Now I'm in this folder. Here I had a very first command called npm init. CD and the folder path. Very simple. CD and the folder path. And the very first step we write is called npm init. Init means initialize. Okay, initialize. Now enter. Now, guys, basically it start asking me some questions. So we have to answer all questions. And finally type yes. Okay, and the minute answer all question and finally type yes. Now see, it's asking some question. Package name, I'll say my app. Version, I want to keep it same. Description, this is about npm. If you made any mistake, don't worry, guys, you can fix it later on also. Npm. Entry point, no entry point. Test command, no test command. Git repository, no Git repository. Keyword, I'll say no React. Author, I'll say developer. No license. Is that okay? Yes. npm init, answer the question. You don't know the answer, just hit enter, 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 and finally type yes. And what happened? It will generate the very first file called package.json. Guys, this file got generated and have all the things here. Now, here in terms of, I'll say you have the name, the version, description, main, script, keyword, author, license, everything is here, guys. So in short, we can say you have all the detail. If you want to change anything, you can change anything, anytime, no restrictions, guys. So this is a structure that we have. Okay, so this is the first file, guys. Now, what all package you use? I'm coming to that point. Now, guys, if you have to install any package, step 2, install package. Now, first of all, guys, Node.js must be there. Go inside the folder and write one command called npmi package name, or you write npm install package name, npm package name or npm install package name. Now, I'll show an example to you. Let's forget about what this package do, what the user package. I'm not talking about that. I'm just trying to explain you some logic here. Okay. What this package do, even the package I'm going to install now, we don't even require for React. So we are learning right now how all this structure work. But for what required for React, we'll talk about that. I install one package, say npmi course. Okay. When we write this, guys, npmi course and hit enter, you must have an internet connection with you. Internet must be there in a laptop, else it will not work. Because when you hit this, it go to the npm and basically search for course, and basically it will download that package in your folder. Now, it might be a chance in your office they have blocked this. Okay, I'm not saying 100% blocked. It might work. If it's working absolutely great, then what's the problem? But I'm just telling you, in case it might be possible, your proxy of the office laptop might block this, and then there's no solution to that. As simple as that. There's no solution to that, guys. If your office proxy is blocking it, then obviously there's no solution. Neither I can give, neither no one can give that, because that's a blocking from your laptop issue, not the your code issue or application issue. Just remember, guys, if npm I is not working now, then it means there's some issue with your internet or your laptop. There cannot be any third issue, because this is not any code. This is not something you have to make. This is a predefined thing. If it's not working, then it's mostly your laptop issue, or mostly your, it can be any other issue. Okay. So next part, guys. Now, when I npmi course, now what happened, guys? This go to package.json. You see, here is one object called dependency. Here's the name of the package and here's a version of the package. Now, two more things got generated. What? One is a node module folder. Now see, guys, it have the package downloaded in your folder. In the node module, that package got downloaded called course. But why two more things came? I install only course, is a call course, but why two new folders? Guys, these are called as the dependent package. These are called as the dependent package. Now, when we say, guys, dependent package, what it means? It is just very simple to say, guys, as example, I give an example of tomato curry. You get the tomato curry from market, but the curry you got from market is not just a curry. It's a combination of ginger, it's a garlic, or some edit colors, edit preservative, edit flavors. There are lot of thing it have, right? Now you cannot go to market and say, okay, only give me tomato puree. It is always a combination of few more things which they cannot separate. Right? Shopkeeper cannot separate the garlic or ginger or the onion from the tomato puree. It's always a combination of that only. Right? So in a tomato puree, basically what you're getting is basically the combination, and ultimately you have to get as a combination only. In a similar way, guys, this package is something is made by some other developers. As example, I'm talking about my package, right? I made this package. Now to make this package, obviously I require few more things. So when anybody download my package, they get a few more packages there. These are called as dependent library. These are basically called as the dependent library. So it is possible that you install one and you get so many more. These are all called as, guys, dependent package. Okay. These are basically all called as the dependent package. So it's possible that you install one and you get so many more package. Now you got to stop that. I don't need to worry about it, because anyways they will come. But you notice one thing, guys, one new file got generated called package lock. Now you are going to make a modification of packages file, script and the name and the script, but you're never gonna make any change in the package lock file. You're never gonna make any change in the package log file. What is that? This is the dependency tree. This is a dependency tree. It will tell that which package come with what. It's a in the course require these two packages as example. Now I'm going to install one more package, say npm i express. When I install npm i express, guys, now in the package.json so you will see express only. So here you get an express there, but if you open the node module folder, you will find so many more packages. Say with just express 56 more package came. Now imagine with one package that you install, it added the 56 more packages, guys. So it's possible you install one and you get so many more. And the dependency tree, you're never going to make any change in this file, guys. Never. You don't have to make it. As example, I'll show you here. You install express. So as example, you install express. Express require body parser. Body parser require some more package. It's just like that. The tomato puree require the edit flavor. Edit flavor requires some more things to make that flavor. So it's just like that. They're all dependency tree. You're never gonna do any change in this file. It's just a dependency tree. Then what's the use of this? Why we have this file? I'll tell you. Guys, node module folder is the most heavy folder in your application. Last topic only I'm covering now. Node module folder, the most heavy folder in the application. Suppose my application have 10 files now. Node module have another say around 1,000, 2,000 extra files. We never push this folder. We never transport this folder to anyone. Okay. So basically what happened? We give the application always without this folder. We give the application always without this folder. Now, when you get the application, to run the application, you run a command called npmi. When you run this command npmi, what happened? Basically, guys, it will go to the package.json, look for the package. It look for express. Now, in the log file, it look for a dependent package of Express and install everything for you in one single go. We never transport this folder to anyone, guys. How we avoid that? We make a file call .git ignore. In this, we write node modules. Now when I push the code, it never gonna push this folder to me. And whenever I get application from anyone, I never get this folder. I run only one command, npmi, and this all this package got installed for me in a one single go. Here it look for all the dependencies, and from here it look for a log dependencies. You're never gonna make in this file. It's just a dependency tree, nothing more than that. For you, only file you interact is a package. It get by default created when you install first package. Okay. Last thing, guys, before we stop and starting all the doubts. Now, what I'm going to do is, guys, I'm going to push this code to the Git. I'll start taking it out also. I'm going to push this code to the Git now. I'll tell you how you can download this code, and then after that we'll stop. Now for topic for tomorrow will be, guys, we're going to set up our React application. Okay. We're going to set up our React application. We're going to talk about what the React is, and we even starting with the component in the React. Whatever will come to us. So it's just like that. I'm telling you guys, no need to worry about it. I'll cover every single thing, but you have to give me some time. One day I cannot cover everything. Okay. Okay. And one more thing, guys, while I'm doing this thing, that basically at the when you end the class, you will find the feedback. Okay. A good, average, bad, and excellent. Only excellents are counted for us. Apart from that, nothing. If you're giving excellent and good, it's fine. But if you're giving a bad and average, then I request you to please mention the comment also there. Tell that what exactly the reason you have given that feedback. Because tomorrow what happens is I'll get the sheet with your names. Okay. I'll get the complete sheet with the feedback and your names, so that when you join tomorrow, I can talk to you and understand from you that what is not like this way. I get a feedback, your name and your feedback details. Okay. So if you add that feedback, so if you get average or bad, just mention that what is the reason you have given that, so that it's helped me to improve. Don't just, I don't say spam it. If you really have some suggestion, you're most welcome. Okay. And I'm open to listen here also. If you think like somebody have some suggestion, can you just talk about it? This is something you can improve. I'm okay to that. Obviously, there's always scope for everyone to improve, guys. But make sure to mention that comment there, because when I get your feedback tomorrow, it'll be easy for me to understand it, right? If I don't understand, then obviously in the class only, at the last of a class, I can talk to that person whose feedback is that. Okay. So that means obviously I get a name of that person, but I'll talk to that person directly to understand that how I can implement, if there any additional thing they want to talk about that. Okay. And guys, that's a process of improvement, right? See, suppose as example, you give feedback. Now I am not reading it, I'm not talking to you. Then what the benefit of that? Else I'll not even ask you to fill that. It's just for a rating. No, it's not for a rating. So basically the feedback means feed forward. If I understand it, if I talk to you, then only understand that what's the mindset you have given that, right? So might be guys to join some other batches of that direct, they might not be doing it because but I'm not that kind of trainer. My habit is to always talk to people as much as I can. Now allow me like only one last minute. I'll make you guys free, and those who have a doubt, they can stay and ask. After that, other people you can leave, you can leave. Now guys, all the code which I've done today is got pushed to the same link which I just given you few minutes back. On this link, all the code is available, guys. Okay, now how you can do that? If you know how the GitHub, how to clone it, you can clone it. If you don't know that, you click on this green color button, you can download the zip and unzip it. You can download the zip or unzip it. Or when you click on this extra file, you'll find all the thing here. The extra file, everything is, all the commands are there, steps are there. I recommend everybody do this thing. Try this thing today. Means tomorrow in the morning, try this thing. So all the thing, guys, click on extra file, you can read it, or you can click on a code and download it. Okay. And I think that's it for a day. This much is sufficient, guys, for a day to just start with. Now I'll take a stop here. Okay. Now what next step we'll do is, guys, if you have a doubt, if you have a suggestion, you're most welcome to that. Okay. Ritik, no need to worry about assignment. Bye. We'll talk about that. No need to worry about it right now. So if you have a doubt, any suggestion, you can talk to me. First of all, guys, how is the class? Do you like it or not like it? Good, not good? First, your feedbacks. It's good, not good, sir. Very good. Nice class. Thank you. Able to understand. Thank you. Excellent. Thank you. Very good. Good. Yes, sir. Like it. Good. Good. Informative. It was good. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Okay. Thank you to all, first of all, for your good feedback. Thank you. And it's great that you like it. The teacher is, if you're able to, I felt maybe able to make it understand the things, that's good. Okay. So yeah, thank you. It's really good. And you have seems to have sound knowledge on the concept and technology. Thank you for that. Okay. Now, guys, if you have a doubt, you can stay and take all the doubt that you have, anything you want to ask. If you don't have a doubt, you want to leave the session, you can leave the session. Then good night and good evening and good morning, whichever country you belong to. Now we connect tomorrow for our next topic. Okay. Now coming to every one of the person who have a doubt, they can raise hand and they can stay. And those who want to leave, you're most welcome to leave. And thank you for a day. Yes. Pratibha, just hold on. Unmute and talk. First of all, Pratibha, unmute. What exactly you want, ma'am? Pratibha.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Hello, sir. Am I audible to you?
You are.
Yeah. Sir, actually, I'm just worrying about whether this initial setup I could do or not.
Ma'am,
So
what
that's what I was
do you
thinking.
think is not gonna work for you?
These things, what you have told to do on
Just try it
CMD.
once. Have you ever, ma'am, from which background you belong? Have you ever done any installation in a laptop before?
No. I have done so many courses and I am working on Python certification too.
No
But the thing
problem,
is
ma'am.
that it is.
Ma'am, these things are very basic downloads. There's no setup. In a Python, you have to still make a VENV, virtual environment. Those things also not required.
Okay.
Okay, I've given all this link. Try it. If not working, you can tell me tomorrow. Not a problem.
Actually, for Python, I am directly working on Jupyter Notebook. So when I installed Anaconda, so nothing was needed over there. So it works very smoothly. I didn't need to
Don't
do
worry.
anything and worry about
I've
it.
given this links to
And
you.
as this is the first class, I was thinking that if anything will be slow down, so in the next class, I will not be connected with
You
you
have a
at the
tomorrow
proper
class
ways.
also, right? You have a class tomorrow also, right? Correct?
Okay.
So basically, ma'am, just try this thing today. If something is not working, just let me know tomorrow.
Okay, sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Then Anand Kumar. No, so there's no such thing like that, buddy.
Yes, sir. When you have installed a course package, at that time two other dependent packages was installed, right?
Yes.
And then you have installed at that time 56 packages were added.
Correct.
So like if the one there is one package which is required by more than one package, like if
That is
there is
maintained automatically. It maintained automatically. If suppose same one package required by 10 more dependencies, it maintain automatically, sir. You don't do anything for that. And you cannot do anything for that also. You have no option to manage that. And never get a problem, sir. In my life, I've never seen this problem, sir, in the past 13 years, that I get any issue like that.
Sir, what is if the version was different? Like how NPM will manage?
Sir, this package are maintained package. Just to mention Anand here, in my past 13 years, buddy, I never faced this problem.
Okay.
So this problem is never gonna come. So we don't need a solution for that also.
Okay.
Because they're all internal things. Suppose if this problem came also, you don't have any option to fix it. You cannot fix also. So this is already taken care by NPM, buddy.
Okay. And second thing, sir, sometimes your speaking speeds get little bit faster, so some words are problematic to understand.
Whenever is any problem, na, you can stop me. You raise hand and stop me. Okay. There's a natural, my natural voice is this. Okay. But if you don't understand, you can stop me. Or you still feel, sir, this point was not clear. You're most welcome. Write down a pen and paper. Raise hand. You can once I unmute you, you can ask again.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Raghavendra.
Hi, Akash.
Yes, Raghavendra.
Akash, actually, I have completed Angular course. You have given some of the APIs that is not working.
Zomato APIs.
Yes.
Sir, now that is Heroku API, right?
Yes.
My Heroku is gone, buddy. I'm going to share the new APIs of the AWS URL. Heroku is over, sir. Now it's a paid, so it's not any more APIs are available. So now I'll share the APIs of in the AWS, which are same APIs.
Okay.
Same application developed in React also, buddy. That's what we did in Angular, na? This same Zomato we done in Angular, right?
Yes, yes.
Same Zomato
Zomato.
in React only.
Okay, and one more thing, I'm excited to join React batch. I asked Edureka to, especially for your class, you as an instructor.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you for that. Thank you for this gesture.
And one more thing, I need to do Node.js in your batch only. Let me know when you are going to start.
Sure, sir. Thank you for this gesture, buddy.
Yeah.
Then I'll let you know. Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
That's it.
Then Ritesh.
Yes, hi Akash. Hindi is okay with you, right?
Hindi is fine.
हाँ सो लाइक मैं वो पूछ रहा था कि हम एक पैकेज जिसमें 56 फाइल्स आ गई थी वो हमने डिलीट कर दिया, अब हम वो इग्नोर कर रहे हैं, राइट? ताकि फाइल साइज हमारा मैनेजेबल रहे,
नहीं,
करेक्ट?
हम उसको इग्नोर इसलिए कर रहे हैं बस कि जब हम गिट पे इसको पुश करेंगे तो वो पुश ना हो, फोल्डर पुश ना हो, बस इसलिए हम कर रहे हैं।
ओके, तो अभी करंटली हम काम कर मतलब थोड़ा बहुत जो मुझे नॉलेज है कि टीम्स जो कोलैबोरेशन में काम करती है सारी, तो अगले बंदे को कैसे पता रहे, मतलब उसको भी तो फाइल्स चाहिए होगी, राइट? यही सेम चीज रन करने के लिए, तो उसको कैसे पता होगी कि यही सारी फाइल्स उसको भी चाहिए?
पैकेज तो जिसमें ऐड है ना, उसी के लिए तो ने पैकेज तो जिसमें बनाया, यहाँ पर सारे पैकेज के नेम ऐड है ऑलरेडी। जब भी आपको एप्लीकेशन मिलेगी आप कमांड रन करोगे npm i, जब npm i रन करोगे तो ऑटोमेटिकली सारे पैकेज इंस्टॉल हो जाएंगे भाई, जो भी यहाँ पर होंगे।
Okay, so when we run npm i, so it goes to this package.json and fetches what all needs to be installed in this, right?
Right.
Okay, Akash. Thank you.
Rahul, yes, he is right. You are a good instructor. Thank you, bye. Thank you. Then Rajan.
Yeah, thank you, sir. My question is, when we install the package, how do I know, does it have the license issue or not? Is it a free of use or license?
Everything is free. Every package on npm is free. It's open source.
Oh, so npm registry that has all the packages, that's a free of usage, no cost involved, right?
No cost involved.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
So with yes, Raghavendra saying something.
Hi Akash. So I just wanted to know, after this course, can we try to build a new npm package?
With your voice is breaking, buddy.
Is it clear now?
Yeah, come again, please.
After this course, can we try to make a new npm package?
Make that, buddy. For this, you need to have intense knowledge of the Node.js and JavaScript. Then only you can make any package. Just after React,
okay.
Make your own package, buddy. It's not possible.
Okay, sure.
And Raghavendra, don't worry, I say tomorrow, buddy. Don't worry about it. Any more questions, guys? Anyone? I'm a returning student from a full stack internship program. Was batch or class was always best. Thank you, guys. I can see a lot of people are coming from my old batches, and thank you for that, guys. Thank you very much. Cool. Then, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time for our next topic. Till that, thank you. Stay safe and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Pratibha, what's your question?
Hello.
Ma'am, what's your question?
Yeah, so here in the extra file, the steps are steps to generate package.json. Node.js must be installed in your laptop. Go inside the folder using CMD. That is fine. Now inside the folder, first we have to navigate through that particular folder. Over here we are working. Then we have to type npm in it. And here answer all the questions are written. Can you please share the answer what you have written for the questions?
Open the learn package folder. Na? You open
Yeah,
the
yeah.
learn package folder. Use the package.json file there. These are all the answers.
Sorry, please pardon.
In the same folder. Now the learn package folder is there.
Okay.
And if you open the learn package folder, the one package.json file is there.
Yeah, over there, it will ask so many questions, I think. So we have to answer those questions as you have done when in the class you were doing. Can you please share the answers too over here in spite of answer all questions?
Pratibha,
Yeah.
did you listen my answer, but I just answered the question.
Okay.
I said that if you open the learn package folder, there is a package.json file. If you open that package.json file, you have all the answers written already there, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
If you
Thanks a
don't know
lot.
the answer, just hit enter. That's also fine.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.